I want to adopt a protocol to accord due respect to all of you. Again, Kizera Amos, Registrar Inspectorate of Courts, in for Registrar High Court. Disclaimer, I was not part of these sessions. I'm just a messenger. I will call upon members or colleagues, especially my colleagues in the judiciary, where I fall short of bringing out the exact experiences. They will come in and beef it up. First of all, the presentation I have, I never wanted to rely on it, although I want to display it. But I have my notes here. With your permission, you allow me to share the notes. Because when I was going through it, it's more of general than specific and attached to judiciary. And the general ones, we have already gone through them. And I wouldn't want really to repeat what we have gone through. As a work introduction, we all agree that judiciary is the final clearing house, although we start together the journey, but everything ends in judiciary. The final product is churned by judiciary. So everything that affects, whatever affects any institution in this struggle will affect the outcome. And since my colleagues have brought out their challenges, those challenges in a way will affect our product. I want to associate myself, therefore, with all the observations made by our sister institutions at this evaluation meeting. I not want to mention those items or those activities, but to mention a few. Someone says a success of the case starts from investigations, witnesses, evidence or exhibits handling, insufficient resources. All those would affect the final product. The good practices which were shared by Honorable Dollo and the various input made at the plenary discussion were spot on, and I urge all of us to take them on. It's very good that this program keeps on getting better and better, phase after phase. This is a hands up to all of us. I wanted to point out major or key weaknesses or challenges faced by the judiciary during phase 5. But some of them have been mentioned still, so I will not dwell much on them. Translators or interpreters. Where you find you need the Congolese, you need the Sudanese, and we do not have them handy. This will affect, this will delay us, and at times we will end up getting frustrated. Reporting. These session reports from different stations, they delay. And it's a big challenge to the institution judiciary. Whereas we are at head office, the timelines are known. When we go into preparatory meetings, the judicial officers are aware. When they go to the field and they start, certain things happen, definitely. Maybe we shall discuss them in the plenary. And they end up delaying. When they delay sessions, completion of sessions, eventually they delay compiling these reports. And we also fail to submit this report of the judiciary consolidated to governance and security program. Maybe this evaluation should get best practices and we discuss a way forward. Besides delaying reports, the reports seem not to be uniform. When you look at a report from one station, it will be different from a report of the other station. Some are detailed, others are not detailed. Some have different subjects, others are lacking critical subjects to report on. I am glad that tomorrow we shall have a presentation on a best session, how to bring out a best session report. But this meeting should actually give highlights for tomorrow so that we do not waste a lot of time. With the translators or interpreters, the best practice would be again to work together before time. It would be very nice if ODPP came out and told the registrar or the chief magistrate, in this file, we anticipate to have most witnesses are from DRC, if you are in Kasese. Most witnesses are from Sudan, if you are in Ajumani or Moyo. So that we prepare beforehand. This will help us not to waste time. This will help us to know that we are able to get these translators in time and therefore to move. There was an issue on child-friendly rooms and the waiting spaces for the witnesses. We appreciate some of these stations, like Tororo. There is a very nice room for children. We would appeal to the partners to continue, because now we find you have a child-friendly room in Tororo, at Tororo Court, but for example, this sixth phase, maybe we are going to have a session in a different station where that room is lacking. So it becomes a challenge on how to handle or entertain or keep interested these children. The witness waiting spaces, we have that challenge, although sometimes in the circuits, sometimes we have improvised to have tents, but not all stations have these tents. Maybe that's something we need to look at. The stations we are taking these sessions to, do they have that enough space? If it's not there, can we have a provision maybe for a tent and some chairs? I'm appealing to those who manage the resource envelope to consider this. This, of course, comes up to talk about the general facilitation. This challenge, which His Lordship brought out, Justice Ajiji, his per diem is 180. He's in a station, he had to reach station. The best room, which is actually even substandard, is 300,000. What happens? Would this judge sleep in his vehicle? Is there a provision that we can, instead of giving him a per diem, can we pay his accommodation and maybe give him some assistance as meals so that he is able to do, because it is station, it depends upon station and station. I may be in Mbarara, and maybe because Mbarara is a city with many hotels, I cannot fail to get even a hotel of 150,000 to sleep, but he's in Ajumani. And the person who thinks has the best hotel with other carpet which is full of dust, for him is saying, now I've got a judge, this is the time to make money. Sir, my room is 500,000. How do we handle that? Actually, some judges I would want to appreciate Justice Ajiji. Another judge would do, in the protest, drive back. So how do we support these judicial officers who go to such a places when that money is insufficient? That is also something we need to discuss going forward. I heard from ODPP. ODPP is buying meals and refreshments to witnesses. Can't also the staff of the court, the clerks, the interpreters, and what, can they also benefit from that? I've been thinking. Of course, when I was chatting with someone, I talked about lunch and refreshments. Witnesses are eating when clerks are just yawning. And we are in the same struggle. Someone said, but the registrar has OP. But this OP, if we gave food, for example, to his lordship Ajiji will not eat 5,000. A witness may eat food of 5,000. Ajiji will want cafe javas. And so he will deplete the budget. That is something to think about. Colleagues, to wind up this, first, these are the isolated challenges I've seen that are unique to judiciary. Like I said earlier, my colleagues and my seniors who have participated, they have hands-on experience. Maybe they can enrich this presentation. The recommendations, we have to pick recommendations from good practices as shared, but of course, trainings like the one we have tomorrow, more coordination, working before the sessions start so that we are on the same page and we are prepared, more support, both financial and otherwise, would be much welcome. I beg to stop here.